Hi, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View, and yes, I'm still on vacation, and we are still watching and reviewing movies. Of course, I've been talking lately about Hallmark Channel, and putting some more content up, whatnot. But there is another channel that I like to watch their movies too, and I actually find those to be harder to find than Hallmark movies, and that is the Lifetime Channel movies. I've had to review a few of them as well, and have found them to be really good. I have yet to come across a Lifetime movie that I just said, nah. I've watched some really good ones and reviewed a few of them as well. But today's movie, we're gonna be talking about today's movie because it is a Lifetime movie that I found at the library. Um, and the movie that we're gonna be talking about today is Secret in the Walls from 2010, and it stars Jeri Ryan from Star Trek Voyager, Marianne Jean-Baptiste from Missing Persons, and on the back of it says Terror for Sale. This movie also stars a young Peyton List, very young, and also stars Kay Panabaker, who sister Danielle starred for many years on The Flash. So, yeah, I didn't know anything about this at all. I just picked it up because I think this is one of these I got for either a quarter or a dime. So I just picked it up. Saw Jeri Ryan's name on here and Marianne Jean-Baptiste, both actresses I know very well and enjoy their work. So this is a made-for-TV horror movie that came out in October of 2010. So the plot is a ghost story. Um, so we meet the three ladies. Rachel, played by Jeri Ryan, Lizzie, played by Kay Panabaker, and Molly, played by Peyton List. And they are just they live in Detroit. Um, that's a scary story all by itself, right? Okay, stop with that. All right, so yeah, so they live in Detroit, and Rachel's just got a brand new job over in Ferndale, and she takes the bus over from Ferndale, from Detroit to Ferndale. I like how they made it seem like it was a really long ass trip. It really is not that far away, but then again, with Detroit buses, um, it's anyway. She rolls up in the Ferndale, and she's starting a new job. She's going to be a transcriber, and luckily for her, they picked the right job for. She got the right job because she'll never lose it. Her job is to transcribe paper files onto the internet, and she's got like 5,000 cases. So good job for her. Good job for Rachel. Good money too. So she's going back. She's going to go back home, and she's new, so she's looking for a bus stop. So she sees this realtor, and she walks up to her and she asks her, "Do you know where the bus stop's at?" Well, the realtor starts talking to her about. She starts talking to her about buying, looking at this house. It's a really nice house, and she should come in and take a look at it. So, Rachel's thinking, well, I just got a new job. I don't have a car. That's not going to be, okay, why not? So they go inside there and they see this beautiful house. And yeah, the house is beautiful. The house is absolutely stone cold beautiful. And they walk around with it, and the realtor's, telling her all the good things about it. It's good schools, good neighborhood. Of course, it's a house, so it's going to be a little bit expensive. But she says, this has been on the market for a little bit, and I'm foreseeing that the price will be going down in the future. And she says, well, if it does, give me a call. So a few months later, sure enough, Rachel gets the call, and they have reduced the house mightily in price. Um, and that does happen. That happened with the house that me and Lori got. Same thing. It was high priced. They had to move it, and so they get a really good deal on the house, and they move in. Of course, Lizzie's not really excited about that because she doesn't want to leave her friends or her school. But once she gets over to the new house and sees that she has her own room, she warms up to the idea real quick. So she's going to live down in the basement, of course, right? Of course. So she's gonna live down in the basement, and of course Rachel's mentioning her, hey, you sure you want to live all the way down here? It's a big house. You be, be a little bit away from us. But she's just asked her mom if she could have the house, so she says yes. Uh, so and then we see Molly's walking around the house, and she feels uncomfortable around it. She sort of got like a sixth sense about things, like she knows when the phone's gonna ring. Um, uh, I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to tell you when the phone was gonna ring and then it would ring. Weird. But that's what she could do. She could do little things like that, and she's sensing that something's not right in this house, and she's a little uncomfortable. And then lo and behold, she sees an apparition, and she screams, and her mom comes up there, and she explains what she saw, and to her credit, Rachel does not mock it. She takes it very seriously. She's saying, okay, if you say you saw something, then we're gonna check it out. So that they do so, and they start seeing more of this ghostly apparition, and then the Jerry's brother comes, Rachel's brother comes over uh, to help renovate the house, and in doing so, they discover a back room with a skeleton in it, and they have to call the police. The police comes out, and it looks like this person has been locked up and was starved to death over 50 years ago. Rachel then just investigates the house, as that's what it really was basically what happened. A 17-year-old girl married a much older man, and they must have had a fight or something, and he locked her up in the house and boarded her up, and then he moved away and left her in the house to die. That's what she did. So now she's a ghost. Um, but now that she sees someone her own age in the house, she wants to live their life. So she puts on this necklace on Lizzie and changes places with her, does the body swap. And of course now the only person that really knows what's going on is Molly. She senses that this is not right. And right before that, Lizzie had got her body switched. She actually did see the spirit. The spirit's name, who we find out, is Greta. Greta was the young teen wife that was murdered. Um, but so Greta takes over Lizzie's body. Um, some shenanigans happened. They call their friend to come over to do a spirit to do her friend Belle, who she meets, Rachel's friend Belle, who she meets at her new job. Belle knows about spirits, and she comes over and she starts trying to put it right. And but in doing so, because Lizzie is now the ghostly apparition, Belle could actually be banishing her and not Greta. And so Molly has to interrupt. She interrupts the ritual to save her sister, and of course that leads to a big showdown between Greta, Lizzie, and Rachel. And we'll leave it at that. It's a Lifetime movie, so you pretty much already know the ending. As it is for these movies, it's not really the story, though I will have to talk about the story a little bit. It's about the cool cast that these movies can put together. And this is a really cool movie as far as casting goes. I really like the cast. The cast was really good. And I like the story too, but it's one of those ones where you actually feel sorry for the ghost. The girl Greta is 17 years old. She got murdered. Of course she's not going to be in the best moods, and of course she wants to live her life, the life that she missed out on. You never really sense there's like true, there's not really any maliciousness in her at all. She just wants to live. She got denied that, and unfortunately, the only way she could do it is by taking over somebody else's body, and that's not good. But you won't really hate on her so much like normally you would in most of these ghost stories. She's just a kid, and she got killed in a most horrible way, and so you sort of feel sorry for her, even though she is technically the bad person in this movie. Um, I liked this movie. I thought it was a charming movie. Being Lifetime as it is, uh, there's actually there's no blood or gore. There's no messy killings. It's a TV movie, but even TV movies can have some hooks to it, some good stuff. And I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought the relationship between the mom Rachel and her two daughters was really charming, real strong. In fact, that's the reason how that Rachel's able to discern, if Lizzie is who Lizzie is, because she asked a personal question that only Lizzie would know. So you can see how tightly bonded they are. Her brother is a really nice guy. He comes over and helps out with the house, gives her a car to drive. He and his wife have got a new car, so they turn around and give Rachel a car to drive. Uh, Basically, the family is strong. The family unit is strong in this movie, and we don't always see that in haunted house movies. You always see some sort of fracture and some sort of interaction, fighting scenes, with the family. But in this case, they were very strong, and that's what really helped them to survive. Um, Mary Jean-Baptiste was really good as Belle. I like that. I really, and this is so refreshing. It really is. But I really like the idea that Rachel just, all right, I believe you. Most of the time in these movies is always like, I don't believe you, you're crazy, there's no such thing, and this and that. But not here. Rachel believes Molly from the get go. Is a little bit frenetic, but she believes her, and I think that really helps elevate this movie. Is this anything like to anything super special? Um, Probably not. As far as the acting, I mean, but the acting's good. The score is fine. The tension's fine. Uh, I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad I bought it. And this is definitely worth a rewatch. I would definitely rewatch this again. Um, Unfortunately, being a TV movie, there's no special features on this. You can probably pick this up on Amazon or eBay. I'm sure it won't be too hard to find. I never saw this at the Dollar Tree, so I didn't. I don't think this came through the Dollar Tree. On my back of mine right here does not have a Dollar Tree sticker on it, so I think they actually bought this at the store. So I would say recommended. I wouldn't say highly recommended because some of you guys are into that gore and gut sort of thing. But if you're looking for a mellow movie to watch with your kids, family ghost story, you can't go wrong with Secrets in the Wall. Really enjoyed it. Definitely recommend it. And the Cheetah says he said he gave it a two paws up. So all right, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit the sub button, hit the like, hit the thumbs, hit the notification for any upcoming shows that I'm doing, and leave a comment down below. I am putting this up I'm putting this review up today, so by the time you hear this, it'll be the 19th of November. It'll be Sunday, and we will talk at you soon. Peace.